The Portuguese were caught unawares and barely escaped, leaving behind 2 ships, 40 dead countrymen, and 19 captives. The Viceroy of India, Alfonso de Albuquerque, led an armada leaving Cochin, India, with 19 warships of 800 Portuguese soldiers, destined for the port city of Malacca. This premeditated attack on Malacca, on the surface, was to avenge the ill treatment of Disquera's mission. However, that was merely a front. Their main mission was to capture Malacca and gain control of the spice trade. Alfonso's armada anchored around the island of Java, just off the port of Malacca. Signifying aggression and waging for battle, the Flor de Llama flag rose high above the deck of the battleship, demanding compensation and the release of the 19 prisoners. Sultan Mahmud Shah ignored these demands, confident that his 20,000 Malaccan warriors and 6,000 firearms would swiftly squash the foreigners in combat. Cannons were fired from the Portuguese ships, triggering the infamous battle clash between the Malaccan Sultanate warriors and the advanced foreign navy. The constant bombardment by the Portuguese stopped when they discovered that the Sultan had escaped. The battle had come to an end. The battle that took the lives of many and left this once rich and prosperous port in devastating ruins. The battle that ended the profound glory of the Malaccan Sultanate Empire that had been known throughout the Malay archipelago for the last 110 years. After the conquest, Albuquerque immediately ordered the building of a fortress on the south side of the river. Completed in November 1512, he named it Fortaleza de Malacca, and about 300 Portuguese soldiers were left as colonists in the foreign land of Malacca. At the end of 1512, and only after reassurance that there would be no more enemy threats, Alfonso de Albuquerque ordered the construction of a bigger and stronger fort across the Portuguese administration and defense area. The biggest threat to the Portuguese colony in Malacca was the Dutch. The first few timid attempts that commenced in 1602 had strengthened, and by 1633, the Dutch, who were now in alliance with Johor, set the town under siege, although they remained unsuccessful. On the 14th of January 1641, Dutch commander Wilmsung Kartakoa ordered the last desperate assault. Malacca's great influence and reputation was widely known. Merchants and monarchs from across the seas had heard of its existence. The ports were constantly filled with Chinese junks. Varieties of spices with erotic aromas from the Moluccas could also be found. Tom Pires, who had lived in Malacca from 1512 to 1515, had said that whoever is Lord of Malacca has his hands on the throat of Venice.